Speaking of shows, there's a couple of local shows coming up, and then we'll get back to the comic book, or the comic conversation. February 28th in East Windsor, there's the East of the River Con, hosted by Scott Pellin, and you can find out more about that at my blog. If you go to mattsmindstudio.com, or if you go to freelunchcomics.com, all of our blogs are there on the bottom of the homepage. That's what I should be referring to. So getting back to the cartoons. So we talked about Deputy Dog. I don't think they ever did one for that.
I can't imagine a Harry Potter cartoon working out.
Harry Potter cartoon, but why isn't there a comic?
There isn't?
There should be.
I don't think so.
See, she might have something to do with that. Because I heard she's kind of a control freak when it comes to...
Yeah, very protective of the story.
She might be wary of that, diluting the material. You know,
adding too much to it.
There are actually
and she's smart, I think. A lot of the moves she made, she was very smart about.
Yeah.
There are a lot of schools that actually ended up banning the Harry Potter books because of the witchcraft that was going on. They thought it was like demonic.
I never really read them, but I mean, my sister, both my sisters read them, and they're adults, and they said they were great.
They're awesome.
Fantastic.
I just finished reading them.
And all my nephews and nieces read them.
They're great.
So yeah, they sounded. I guess they sound good.
They get better as you go.
Yeah.
I just can't fathom an animated cartoon based on Harry Potter.
Well, they're doing like that Star Wars one now on Cartoon
like that.
Network. The
Yeah,
Clone
that one
Wars
actually.
And there, excuse me, and there is a comic based on it.
There is?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a
Dark
good
Horse. Dark Horse is doing a really good job with the properties that they have affiliated with.
So they're with
Star
Lucas?
Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another cartoon. I know that
Scooby-Doo. Yeah,
Scooby-Doo's still a
Scooby-Doo's
DC
got a
property.
very,
They
long
still put them out.
line
Yeah.
of comics. I don't know if the Flintstones and the Jetsons ever...
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they did have comics back in the day.
Flintstones, they did.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Jetsons,
Flintstones
I'm pretty
did?
sure they
I think so.
you'd think
Jetsons definitely did. I remember
Yeah.
the Jetsons ones.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
I just find it interesting that they haven't, jumped on that lately. I mean,
Yeah.
they're two
Flintstones are
great
making kind of a
properties.
comic too.
Are they?
I see them all the time on the Boomerang network there.
Well, with all these stations now, with kind of the Cartoon Network and that, there's pretty
Yeah.
much room for all these cartoons to come back.
Except for the Bugs Bunny ones. I've never seen any of those.
They did them on New Year's Day. I was watching
Boomerang?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was a marathon. It was awesome.
Looney Tunes. Those were the greatest.
They were the best. They were the best.
And with the cable, I don't see why they couldn't show them in their original form with all the...
They do.
Because
they do. They don't show like the old ones with the
Yeah.
controversial material.
I thought a lot of the violence was the issue.
I haven't seen the Roadrunner ones in a while.
That was wall-to-wall violence.
Yeah.
But and more people you talk to, that was the favorite among
A lot of
older fans, was
Yeah.
like the Roadrunner. Like my father used to sit and watch Roadrunner cartoons with us and laugh.
I have a
Yeah.
I have a videotape of just the coyote slamming into things for like 30 minutes. So
The ones where he would talk.
he would talk to Bugs
He
Bunny.
had a British accent.
He would talk to Bugs Bunny.
Those were great. Those were
Yeah, he
great.
wouldn't talk to anybody.
Wile E. Coyote.
Now the characters are just deaf and hold up little.
Yeah.
But there was a couple where he would speak.
I think it was with Bugs.
Yeah, I think one of them
Changed
was
his
definitely
target.
with Bugs.
I know that the company that does the Flash Gordon comic,
Yeah.
they're starting to do Casper and Wendy and
Okay.
hot stuff now. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks
Casper
really good.
Had a long time comic run.
I liked their design for the covers. They had the banner on the side, and they would put headshots of the characters that appeared in the book. And they would do the really fat books too. They would do 60 pages or 100 pages every once in a while.
That's probably been around a long time too, because that's an old character, Casper. That goes back to like the 40s, I think.
Really?
Yeah, the friendly ghost.
Those cartoons kind of drove me nuts.
I was never a big Casper guy.
Was that by the same people that did Richie Rich and...
Baby Huey.
Yeah.
Was it Baby Huey? That was Baby Huey?
Yeah, they were all kind of...
Who did Mighty Mouse?
Andy Kaufman.
He did the best one.
Ralph Bakshi did a run on Mighty Mouse, and they were great. And the big villain was the cow.
Yes.
And he would be like, "Moo!"
Yeah.
And he'd get real angry. And that was before Ren and Stimpy.
And they had a comic book.
Yes.
Nope. I remember.
Long time.
My brothers gave me that.
I
Yeah.
have one of the Spumco large format comics,
Yeah.
and it's Jimmy the Idiot Boy's Guide to Babysitting, and it's like everything you should never do with a baby. That's awesome. I wish I could get extra copies, just give to people with kids.
Remember Roger Rabbit?
Did they do a comic for him?
I don't. Yes, they did. Actually, now that I think about it, I have seen that.
I loved
I
that
think
movie.
The
it was
animation
it
at
was
the
Marvel or
beginning
DC. That
Was
did it.
oh, I
Really?
loved that. I could watch that over and over.
It was
again.
great. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
First time I saw the movie, it scared me. I was like 11 years old or something when it came out. I was like, ah.
I remember
And they
you
did a few-
used to watch it like over and over
Oh,
and
yeah.
over again.
They did a few like Jessica Rabbit shorts before some other movies. Like
They
after
did.
that.
Yes.
They did a couple of short.
They should have done more cartoons, like
Yeah.
the baby one that they did at the beginning of Roger Rabbit.
Baby,
Wasn't it
Baby Herman
something?
Baby
yeah.
Herman. Was it Baby
That was
Herman?
great.
Baby Herman.
smoking a stogie.
That's
That
right.
would never happen
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did that have a comic book?
I
I
think
think they did.
think
It might
you're
have just
right.
been the adaptation. I don't know that it was a series.
Who owns that character? Disney?
wasn't it a Spielberg movie?
Oh, I think it was.
I think it's an Amblin Entertainment property.
And they never did anything with it after that.
I think it was just because it was a modge podge of licensed nightmares.
That was great, though. I mean, the way they brought all the characters together.
Loved Daffy Duck in that movie.
That was awesome.
The dueling piano scene.
That was great.
All right.
You'd never see that again.
No. Another cartoon. Let's
Another cartoon.
do this for a couple more minutes.
We did Scooby-Doo and Laugh Olympics.
See, you're stuck on the Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Well, we had Muttley, who was with Dirk Dastardly.
How about the Herculoids? Did they ever do a comic for them?
Space Ghost.
Well, yeah, I think that Cartoon Network, when they brought those shows back, I think they did some comics based on that. They did like the Harvey Birdman.
I didn't even like
those.
were awesome.
I didn't even
Birdman
like
was
those
excellent.
cartoons.
Well, the originals.
Herculoids?
I mean, they were okay, but I just never really
I
got
think the
into
Shmoo
them.
was in the
With
Herculoids.
the
Space
guy,
Ghost.
he had the dinosaur that would shoot the little
Yeah,
ping pong balls.
the big
out of
rock
his-
monkey.
The ping pong balls.
Yeah, those were awesome. How about, I know that there was a Thundercats comic.
That there was.
Thundercats.
What about Thunder the Barbarian?
Nice.
That'd be good.
That was a great. That was a great little series.
With Ookla?
Post-apocalyptic, you know,
Yeah,
he's
that
wandering
was
around
cool.
the earth. Yeah.
That was cool.
And he had this. What was it like? This his
Like
sword.
a laser sword.
Was like
Yeah.
lit up. It was cool.
Remember the Robotech comic? I loved that cartoon, and they did
Robotech.
Comico did that for a while.
Yeah, long time.
Think of
Thunder
Aqua
the
Teen,
Barbarian.
Hunger
That was a
Force, I
classic.
think would be a
Yeah,
crazy comic.
that hasn't been.
He-Man. He-Man had a comic book.
He did.
Yes.
I
I
It
remember.
was from Star, wasn't it? A Star imprint from Marvel?
I think it might have been. Yeah.
I know it was a little. I think it was a little kid comic.
Yeah.
If I remember right. Yeah.
I'll
But
bet
he
you
did
it
have a
was-
comic book. I remember that. My little brother was big into He-Man.
I think, what are the, it's got the Johnny Quest feel.
Johnny
Is it,
Bravo.
is it the Savage? The Savage?
Johnny Quest was a good one.
Johnny Quest was another Comico property. And they would
That was a
get-
comic book.
And they had Mark Schultz. No. Was Stevens would do the covers on some of them, and they were gorgeous. Gorgeous. Is it
That
the
was a
Savage
cartoon.
Brothers? Who is the...
That's a band.
No, not the band.
It's
The,
on Cartoon Network, Adult
yeah,
Swim now?
yeah.
Oh, I know which one you're thinking of. I just can't think of the name of it.
Not the Venture Brothers.
The Venture
Yeah.
Brothers.
Okay.
That'd be a great
I've
comic.
never seen it.
And it would go
Got
towards the...
robot character. And
Yeah, that would be great appeal towards the audience that's out there now. It wouldn't even be an appeal
That's
to
the-
younger kids.
The soda, the walking soda.
No, that's
talks.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That one I think would be funny as well.
I don't really. I can't get into those.
Floating fries.
Some of those are so weird.
Mhm.
What the heck? Yeah, there's talking French fries.
That's been around for a
I
while.
kind of watch that one once in a while.
Like their
That
neighbor
and Bob
Carl.
Ross, I flip back and forth.
Their neighbor Carl, it's like a Mexican. He always has like a shirt on. He's like, "Where's my pool? What are you guys doing with my pool?"
That is a good cartoon.
Any other old ones? I think any other
Old ones.
One of my students who comes in here on Saturdays, she likes Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah. He's booming royalty. This month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.